In the city of Ashvale, fires never went out. Candles burned for centuries without melting. Torches blazed though no oil fed them. The people called it the blessing of flame. But blessings always hide curses. For in the heart of the city, a book was kept, bound in black iron, written in living fire. The Book of Eternal Flames. It was said whoever opened it would control fire itself. But it was locked by spells older than kings. Only one chosen could break the seal. And the book waited. In a quiet alley, a boy named Eric lived. He was 16, lean, with restless eyes. He worked as an errand runner, carrying letters and parcels. His mother was gone. His father drank too much. Eric dreamed of leaving Ashvale. He dreamed of adventure. One evening, as he delivered a message to the temple, he passed the sealed chamber of the book. The great iron door glowed faintly. Eric felt heat on his skin. He paused. The flame-shaped sigil burned brighter. And the lock clicked. He gasped. "Impossible," a priest muttered. The door creaked open. The Book of Eternal Flames pulsed within. Firelight filled the room. Priests fell to their knees. The chosen one whispered. Eric trembled. "I'm no one." But the book disagreed. It opened by itself. Words of fire danced across the pages. They seared into Eric's mind. Pain blazed through his veins. He cried out. Flames erupted around him. The priests fled in terror. Eric collapsed. When he woke, the book was gone. But fire burned beneath his skin. He raised his hand. A flame flickered to life in his palm. His breath caught. He had become fire's master. Word spread quickly. People feared him. Some praised him. Others plotted to use him. One night, assassins struck. Eric fought back with fire. They burned to ash. Horrified, he fled the city. Alone, lost, and hunted. Until he met her. A girl with raven hair and storm-gray eyes. She blocked his path with a staff crackling lightning. "You carry the cursed book's flame," she said. "Stay away." Eric raised his hands. "I didn't choose this." She studied him. Then lowered her staff. "I'm Lyra. I hunt those flames. But you're different." Eric frowned. "Different how?" "You're still human," she said softly. From then on, she followed him. Or maybe he followed her. Days turned to weeks. Lyra taught him to control the fire. "It's not power," she warned. "It's hunger. Feed it, or it will feed on you." Eric listened. But the fire whispered in his dreams. "Burn, and all will kneel." One night, soldiers found them. Sent by Ashvale's king. "Surrender the boy," they demanded. Lyra stood before him. Lightning flared. "You'll have to kill me first." Eric's fire erupted. The soldiers fled in terror. Lyra glared at him. "Do you see? The fire loves blood." He shivered. "I didn't mean to." "That's the danger," she whispered. They continued north. Toward the mountains. Where Lyra said answers waited. But danger followed. Ashvale's king sent hunters. Warlords sent mercenaries. Priests sent curses. Everyone wanted the fire. Eric grew weary. Lyra stayed at his side. Slowly, he trusted her. One night, by the fire, he asked, "Why help me?" She looked away. "Because once, I carried a curse too." Silence hung between them. He didn't press, but he saw the pain in her eyes. At last, they reached the mountains. There, a ruined fortress waited, its stones blackened by fire long ago. Lyra whispered, "This is where the flames were born." They entered the halls. Ash and bone littered the ground, and at the center, a throne of fire. The Book of Eternal Flames rested upon it. Eric froze. "I thought it was gone." Lyra's face darkened. "It was never gone. It was waiting for you." The book opened. Fire roared. Shadows took shape. Warriors of flame stepped forth. Lyra raised her staff. "This is the trial." Eric clenched his fists. Fire poured from his hands. The warriors lunged. He burned them to ash. But more rose. Endless. Lyra shouted, "Don't fight the hunger, control it." Eric closed his eyes. He felt the fire's rage. He felt its hunger. He bent it to his will. Light burst forth. The warriors vanished. Silence fell. The book closed. Eric collapsed to his knees. Lyra knelt beside him. "You did it," he whispered. "I'm still afraid." "Good," she said. "Fear keeps you human." Suddenly, the throne trembled. A voice echoed, "The flame has chosen its king." Fire surged around Eric. His eyes blazed. His veins glowed. Lyra backed away. "Eric!" he gasped. "I can't stop it." Fire crowned his head like a halo. The book lifted into the air. Pages turned with roaring heat. The voice thundered, "Burn and rule all." Eric screamed. Lyra struck him with lightning. "Fight it!" He fell to the floor. His fire dimmed. Tears burned his cheeks. "I don't want to rule. I just want to live." The fire hesitated. Lyra reached for his hand. "Then live with me." Together, they pushed the flames back. The book shrieked. Its pages turned to ash. The throne cracked. Fire died. Silence returned. Eric collapsed against Lyra. She held him tight. "It's over," he whispered. "No. It's beginning." For the fire still lived in him. But now, he commanded it. They left the fortress. Dawn broke across the mountains. For the first time, Eric felt peace. Lyra smiled faintly. "You're not cursed. You're chosen." He shook his head. "No. I'm just Eric." She laughed softly. "Eric, bearer of eternal flame." They descended the mountains. But danger was not gone. Ashvale's king prepared armies. Priests plotted in temples. Warlords raised banners. All wanted the fire. But Eric had changed. He no longer feared himself. He had Lyra. And together, they were unstoppable. Villagers welcomed them as heroes. Children cheered. Song spread. The flame bearer walks among us. Yet Eric stayed humble. He still lit campfires clumsily. He still laughed awkwardly. He was still a boy. But a boy who had faced fire and lived. Years passed. His name became legend. Stories grew wild. Some said he burned mountains. Others said he lit the sun. But those who truly knew him remembered the truth. He was a boy who chose life over power. He was a boy who carried fire but did not let it consume him. He was Eric. And by his side, always, was Lyra. She tempered him like lightning tempers the sky. She reminded him of his heart. Together, they shaped a brighter world. And when darkness rose again, as it always did, they fought it together. For the flame was eternal. But so was their bond. On his last night, years later, Eric looked at the stars. Fire still glowed faintly in his eyes. Lyra sat beside him, her hair silver with age. "Did we win?" he asked softly. She smiled. "We lived. That's enough." He closed his eyes. The fire within him drifted upward. It became a star in the night sky. Lyra wept, but also smiled. For he had given his flame to the world. Children would always see it shining. And they would remember his story. The boy who carried the eternal flame. The boy who said no to power. The boy who chose love. His legend burned brighter than fire. His memory lived longer than kings. The book was gone. The curse was broken. But the flame lived on in every hearth, every candle, every sunrise. Eric was gone. But he had become eternal. And the world of Ashvale would never forget him.